been getting some questions lately, and this has come up over the years, and we try and educate everyone on this, is what happens if I plan for the perfect policy? I'm going to pay in 10x the base premium, I'm going to max fund it. That's my plan, that's what I anticipate, but then something happens and I don't. Maybe I overshot it. I planned to pay in 10 times my base premium and something came up and I only paid in 4 times or something like that. This is something that's good to see before I start a policy. Meaning, let's say I plan to pay in $25,000 a year. Right? So what do we want to look at first? As a consumer, I want to be aware of where is my money going. So of that 25, money can go where? Premium. The lowest I can set that would be 10%, $2,500 with most of the larger companies. And then money can go into PUA, cash. That would be the rest. So that would be what, $22,500. So what I want to see here, that's a total of 25. Is if that's my plan, I set up an account, maybe I only commit to the $2,500 in the beginning, and my plan is to throw in extra cash over the course of the year. Some companies will permit that. What happens is if this is my target, and I only contribute $10,000 a year, just things for whatever reason don't go the way that I had planned and I underfund the policy. What's the impact? Does it take longer to break even? Does it really suffer in performance? Whatever it might be. Let's take a look. So we're going to look at here. Got a spreadsheet up of a 40-year-old male paying in $25,000 per year. Okay. What I want to look at is first the example where I max fund the policy, meaning I've got a $2,500 premium. I'm contributing $25,000 per year. Looks great, breaks even between years 3 and 4. That's almost as strong as I can get it. Optimal long-term performance as well. By year 10, I've paid in $250, $310. We talk about this all the time. Now let's look at the same example where we'll assume I started a policy and I only got in $10K a year. What happens all of a sudden is my design's the same, you'll notice that, meaning death benefits are identical. Base premium is identical. Now I can make adjustments along the way. I can kick that premium down to help compensate for the performance of this. I can improve it. We're going to assume we don't do this here. Is what I see is a break even almost year 6. By year 7, I'm positive. Right? That's really at the tail end of when we want it. So this is really, if I look at this, I planned for a 10/90 split. This ends up being a 25/75 split, meaning I'm paying in $10K and my premium or insurance expense is $2,500, 25%. As a result, this is a drawback. The performance lagged. Took longer to capitalize. The performance as time passes won't be quite as strong as the optimal account. Again, we can make tweaks to this. We've got some content regarding policy changes where I can improve things as the years pass on. But if I planned for the optimal scenario and I didn't do it, I am going to see things lag. One thing I can do over here is if you look at year 7, see that drop in death benefit. I cut my term rider. What happened as a result? I'm going to compare this to the middle example. If I just look at year 10, I've got 112,000. Over here, I've got 114,000. Not a big difference. What we did, this is one way we can attempt to improve performance, is we cut the term rider. So I'm funding it. Hey, life happened, Steve. I can't keep on paying money into it. What can I do to continue to work with what I have? I don't want to abandon the policy, but I do want to cut my expenses and continue to improve cash. Well, one thing we can do, drop the term rider. My contributions stay the same at 10K, a little bit more cash, right? Still not optimal compared to this guy. In any case, I want to see this before I start a policy. right? Or see the options along the way. Again, there are changes I can execute to improve things as the years pass by, but if I see this up front, I don't have buyer's remorse, thinking, hey, I planned to really fund it, didn't happen, it should still perform very nicely, right? Well, no, because if I don't max fund it, less is going into PUAs, my ratios are not as favorable, it's going to drag a little bit. So if I don't max fund a policy, really the major drawback is break-even point is pushed a little bit further out. Hope this was helpful.